you want to know the secret to winning every time? Who wouldn't want to know that, right? So, what do you think it is? Think about that for a second. A lot of people would guess talent or superior intellect or genetic gifts that they've been given by their parents. These are all good things, but they're all going to be beaten every time by something that's really much more important. I was reminded of this recently when I read a quote from Nelson Mandela. So he fought for equality and human rights against apartheid in his home country of South Africa. And early on in this fight, he was imprisoned for conspiring to overthrow the state, and he remained in prison for 27 years. So he spent this time in prison continuing the fight, and eventually he won that fight, and they abolished apartheid in South Africa. I was reading about a conversation that Tony Robbins had with Nelson Mandela. So Tony asked him, "How did you survive all those years in prison?" And Nelson Mandela said to him, "I didn't survive, I prepared." And those are pretty powerful words if you really think about it. So, not many of us are likely to lead a revolution like Nelson Mandela did, but we can all relate to his words. So I want you to think of a time in your life where you really just crushed it and hit a home run, either literally or figuratively. Did you roll out of bed that day, just show up, and just do an amazing job at something without really getting ready for it? Probably not. You probably put time and effort into preparing for that task. You really worked at it. And then you stepped up to the plate and you made it look easy because of all your preparation. Now I want you to think of a time where you just kind of fell flat. You didn't perform well with maybe like a presentation or a project at work. If you really think about it, you'll find that you probably didn't do your best job at preparing for that task. You had the skills that you needed, but your preparation was lacking, and so was your performance, and it showed. Success in winning at any task is really not about your talent or your natural ability. They're helpful, but they're not the most important part. It's really about your willingness to do the things that are necessary before that event to win. If you're not preparing for all the important things in your life and at work, then you're just going to find yourself trying to survive. If you prepare like you're going to win, then you're going to do it. You're going to do a good job each time. Now, I hope you never have to prepare for 27 years in prison like Nelson Mandela did, but I know you can prepare for that next big task or that next thing on your list that's coming up soon. So I really challenge you to do that. Put effort and emphasis in the preparation. And when you think about it in comparison to spending 27 years in prison, your preparation isn't going to be too difficult. So really get that preparation done in order to win.